I had just been up to my friend's house up north, and I was driving back home, down the highway. Everything was going fine until I got to a certain point in the drive, and it felt like I ran over something. I quickly pulled over to see what it was, and if my tyres were damaged at all. My tyres were completely fine, and I couldn't see anything back up the road from where I was. My curiosity got the better of me though. I turned my car off, locked it up, and then I walked back up the road to see if I could find what I had run over. It felt and sounded like a big bump. I wanted to make sure it wasn't a person or an animal, even though I didn't actually see what I had run over, as it all happened so quickly. I walked about 50 metres back and there was nothing on the road. Maybe it was a fault with the car? I wasn't sure, but this was kind of spooky and bizarre. I walked back to my car and got in. I went to start it, but it wouldn't start. That's strange. The car was running fine minutes ago. The car wouldn't even turn over. I checked under the bonnet, and I had found that one of the battery terminals was loose. Maybe it came loose after the car jolted minutes before. I put it back on properly, and the car then started. I closed the bonnet, checked around the car to make sure everything was okay. Then I started driving again. But then, something really strange happened about 30 seconds later. I then seen a bright light come up behind me along the road. At first I thought it was a speeding vehicle coming up behind me to then overtake, but it was coming towards my car at full speed. I thought it was going to rear-end me and push me forward, but instead it followed my car right at the tailgate for about 10 seconds, and then it flung upwards and then disappeared. Whoa! What the hell was that? I was in complete shock. My hands were shaking, I felt cold, I was sweating, and I was absolutely speechless. I had no idea what had just happened, but I had a feeling I just encountered something supernatural. Some sort of spirit, entity, or maybe even an alien? I know it's a bit far-fetched, but I couldn't explain it any other way. I decided not to tell my parents, or anyone else for that matter, until now. No one would have believed me back then anyway.